Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here with the Ruttenberg Library, and happy Tag Tuesday. So I wanted to do a tag today. This is one that I've actually had it, all the answers to it all wrote up, and it's been sitting in my school bag, and I just haven't done it. It's been several weeks that I've had this sitting in my school bag, so decided it's better late than never. It's more of a probably towards Christmas time, but we're not that far away from it, so I'll go ahead and do it. This is the Jolabokaflod PDX Tag, and this was originally done by Margaret Pinard, and I saw it on Erica Priestley's channel and also on the Bookish Bryants. Becky did it on the Bookish Bryants. So I'll put the links to their videos down below in the description. Go check them out. They're all pretty awesome channels. And so anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question on the Jolabokaflod PDX tag is the name. What is an unpronounceable or difficult to pronounce word that you love? And so I have chosen a word or a product that I have had trouble with ever since I was a little kid. And it's, I think I could say it now, Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Oh man, I know when I was a kid it was Worcestershire sauce and Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire. I still can't say it. So anyway, that is definitely a word that I cannot say. I have no idea why I can't say that. But anyway, all right, question number 2. The tradition. What is a new to you tradition or telling of one that you love? Okay, so I don't know all of the story behind this tradition. This is a Christmas tradition. My wife actually saw this on, I think it was Instagram. She saw some Christmas decorating stuff on Instagram about the St. Lucia holiday, and or is it a holiday? Is that what it would be called? Anyway, St. Lucia Day, and she had done some decorating around the house in December that dealt with St. Lucia Day, and I don't know much about the tradition without reading up on it. I think there was a little girl who got put to death and became a martyr. Much past that, I don't know a lot, but yeah, that was a tradition that we tried this year, and I think she really liked that. So number 3, the adaptation. What is an adaptation of something you love that was made even better or equal? So what I chose was a couple of my favorite books, and those of you that have visited the channel know that I absolutely love baseball. Baseball has always been my passion and love, my sport, and so I chose 2 books that I absolutely love that were adapted into or remade into movies. And I don't think that they lost a beat in that adaptation. So the first one is, the book was called Shoeless Joe by W.P. Kinsella. And of course the ever famous 80s movie, one of the best baseball movies ever made, came from this book, and it was Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner. And I absolutely adored both the book and the movie. Fell in love with the movie first, and then in the last couple years is when I actually read through the book, and I really liked it and enjoyed it. And then the other one is Michael Shahara's For Love of the Game, and of course they made that into a movie by the same title, For Love of the Game, and that was with Kevin Costner as well. Absolutely loved that one. And yeah, just great baseball movies, great feel-good baseball movies. So number 4, The Mood. What is the coziest book you've read or expect to read this winter? All right, so the one that I read that was very cozy, and I shared this with you, and I did a book chat on this one, so I'll try to remember to leave the link to the book chat down below, but it's The Angel of Bastogne by Gilbert Morris. It was a story about the Christmas in Bastogne, some soldiers and a miracle of sorts happens, and forever after the saving grace there at the battle was an angel. And so this this soldier takes this story all the way into as he becomes an old man, and his son is a journalist, and his son's looking to he's kind of forced into having to write his newspaper's big Christmas story, and so he wants to fit his story all around his father's story, the Angel of Bastogne. And so it's that journey in creating that story, and just a feel-good story. I really enjoyed it. Number 5, The Discovery. Who is a new author you've discovered this year that you love? For me, it's Jeanette Walls. I read her earlier in 2020, and I read her book, The Glass Castle, and I really enjoyed that. It was the story of her life when she was a little girl and all of the rough things that she went through, and I personally connected with that story quite a bit, and so I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed her writing. I did a book chat on that also. I'll leave the link to that down below, but real good book. And matter of fact, my daughter has read The Silver Star, and my wife is now reading The Silver Star. It's upstairs in the bedroom on the book stand, and I believe I will be reading it sometime in the very near future, and I look forward to that. And I'm not real sure what The Silver Star is about. I just know Jeanette Walls wrote it, so I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go on my daughter's recommendation. Number 6, The Setting. What is the deepest, darkest setting you've read about? I think the deepest, darkest setting for me is Frank Peretti's book, This Present Darkness. That book made the hair on my arm stand up. He is a Christian author, but the whole book is about the battles of good versus evil, and the spirits that are around us, and you can't necessarily see them, but it's a battle of good versus evil, and it makes you start looking over your shoulder. It makes your hair stand up. Definitely makes you think about it, and so kind of freaked me out. I read it at night, and it really freaked me out. But I'd recommend anybody give that book a try. It's a good book. And there's another one. There's a second one, and I can't remember what exactly the name of that book is. But there's a couple of them. But This Present Darkness is the one that I remember the most vividly. It scared me. Number 7, The Hot Cocoa. What is a book that comforted you during a long night, literal or metaphorical? And I've had a couple of these. You know, those nights when I've got stuff bothering me in life. I always like to turn to the Bible. My faith always carries me through, some of those really long nights. And in particular, the book of Psalms, chapter 23, the 23rd Psalm. I always enjoy reading through that when I am having very, very rough times. Now, if I'm just losing sleep and needing something to do to make me hopefully find sleep soon, I always go to my old buddy John Grisham. His books I can read them anytime, and they have gotten me through sleepless nights before. But like I said, if it's something that's really bothering me on stuff going on in life, or wake up with a bad dream and I can't fall back asleep, I go back to the Bible. And number 8, The Gift. What is an indie book you'll be giving this winter season? I will be honest, and I know I might get something said about this, but I don't know very many indie authors, indie books. I typically buy what's sitting, on the bookshelves at the bookstore, which is typically not indie stuff. I usually read the big publishers, so I do apologize about that. And it's not that I wouldn't be willing to give indie books a try, because I've seen several titles on Steve Donahue's channel of indie books that looked really good, and I wrote somewhere, I have a list, and I wrote down a few of those books that I saw, some of those fiction works, and they looked really good, and he gave very, very high praise. And so I might be trying to look for those and pick those up and give them a try, but honestly, I can't remember what the name of that book was, so I do apologize about that. So I'm kind of skipping this question a little bit just because I don't know of any right off the top of my head. I do know of a couple of local writers right here in my hometown that one of them wrote a book on, and it's actually the address. The name of the book is the address to her house. And I was trying to find it, and it was something Randolph Street, and it was a very good book, all about the history of the house, and the same family has lived in the house generation after generation. And I was just telling my kids at school about some World War II stuff, you know, the blackouts that they would have right here in our hometown during World War II, with the fear of planes going overhead and, you know, and bombing stuff after Pearl Harbor and that kind of stuff. So that was kind of a neat one. I don't know if I'll be giving that, but I did read that. So I need to become more familiar with the indie world. So I hope that is a good answer to that. I'm kind of rambling. Sorry about that. Anyway, this has been the Jolabokaflod PDX Tag. And again, I saw it on Erica Priestley's channel, and then I saw Becky at Bookish Bryants do this. And the original was done by Margaret Pinard, and I will put the link to all those down in the description below. I hope you all are having a good day, a good Tag Tuesday, and here on BookTube. You know, stay safe, keep reading, and happy reading.